the sustained amount of emotion that goes into making it a beautiful piece of music, that is something. Oh, well, for the love of God, what did I say yesterday to you? That we were talking about what a tour de force that is. And I've seen you play it a million times. You always do it brilliantly. Give yourself 100% to the audience. But man, you just keep playing. It is a relentless piece of work for a guitar player. And that's just the physical part of, picking and fingering all the notes, but just the sustained amount of emotion that goes into making it a beautiful piece of music. That is something. I mean, you can't measure it. There isn't like a notation for it, but I always see that in you when you're playing that, and so it makes it a favorite of mine, because I see you surrendering 100% of yourself to the performance.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. I don't even know where to start with the songs of yours that I just love. One example of a song that just the way that you bring together the intent, the emotional intent, into the melody, into the sonic structure. And I was listening to this one song, and I got so lost in it, I just kept repeating. And it's a very simple track, but the approach and the innovation, it had me locked. And I'm just flowing with this piece. And then I looked at the name, and I was like, oh my goodness. It's Wind Through the Trees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's a simple song.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what you're doing, and I remember I had to research this, and I asked you about it, and you said, well, it's a particular setting on an auto pitch. But then I listened to the live version, and you gave a proximity of it. But the tech, it's such a great example of something that you do all the time that is part of your DNA, that is, I think the true fans really understand. Your songs are complete packages. It's not just about a new technique or a technique in general. It's about capturing an emotional intent, and the intent is the story you apply to the song, and it comes out in the harmonic structure, the melodic structure, the technique, the tone. It all serves the emotional intent that the piece of music is directing, and that's an artist. That's what artists do. It's not like a magnification of technique for the sake of technique. Like an example of that might be Knapsack. My knapsack, where it's it's just like hey, I got a good idea, but no, your tracks are well seasoned with the absolute perfect balance of all the elements. They're all like that.
Oh, thank you. I need to point out, though, something that only you would know, Steve. I don't know if you remember the room where I used to give you lessons.
I know, I could see it right. I'm in it right now.
All right. So it had 3 points in the room where there were windows. One was facing Boyd Drive.
And they were in a cove.
Right, yeah. And one, my neighbors, and one faced the backyard.
Yep.
And the one that faced the backyard, outside, there was this gigantic silver maple tree. And that's the memory I have of the wind in the trees. Is from staring out that window,
We used to sit near that or under it when we used to play in your backyard.
That's right, that's the tree.
So much stuff comes together.